Hey there, and welcome to a second channel video. So, something has been bugging me for a long time about window air conditioners, or air conditioners in general. So, for example, a 5000 BTU window air conditioner says it is rated up to a 150 square foot bedroom. Or, not specifically a bedroom, but a 150 square foot room. Okay, fair enough. Until you get to thinking, what do they mean by up to 150 square feet? Do they mean how warm is the room going to be? Is the room going to be 69 degrees Fahrenheit when it's 110 outside in Fahrenheit? Or is the room going to be 95 degrees Fahrenheit when it's 100 outside? They don't actually specify. And I have done some research as well, and I also haven't found much about it. According to this, it says to calculate the size, simply multiply the length times the width of your room or an area to be cooled. This as a particular number, multiply that total times a 25 BTU. Okay, simple enough. This allows ample cooling. Okay, yes, it is extra cooling, but it also, you need to think, how much do you really need? The reason why I say that is if you live in a cooler climate, like by the beach in California, where it's around 75 Fahrenheit almost every single day. Actually, let's just search it up. Okay, yeah, like 75 degrees Fahrenheit every single day of the week. In the middle of January, no, July. Okay, so that right there is not a bad temperature. Now you might be thinking, okay, maybe if it's 75 degrees Fahrenheit, they might be using that as their benchmark. So, if it's 75 degrees Fahrenheit, the AC can cool up to a 150 square foot room. Well, I have seen a well-built house, 2 stories, in a beach in California. Not going to name that much on where it is, but I've seen a house, 2 stories, the downstairs is around 1,800 square foot, and then the total square footage of the house is around 2,560 square foot. You only need the air conditioner around 7 days a year. Just when the house gets a bit, uncomfortably warm, like 85 degrees Fahrenheit at most. Well, that right there, you might think, okay, so you don't really need air conditioner, but it's a nice to have. So how big do you actually need the air conditioner in that sense? Well, for the downstairs, that house has this air conditioner right here. A 5,000 BTU air conditioner. It's it's the same brand if I'm not mistaken, just it looks slightly different. The design's the same, just the little, like, the design on the little, the color is over where the buttons are different. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, this pretty easily cools the house and keeps the heat off, and it's comfortable all year. Yes, on those days it's running constantly, but still though, it's not that bad at all. Now, yes, the downstairs, if it's 1,800 square foot, you might immediately think you need something like a 15,000 BTU air conditioner, which you can get in 110 volt fashion if I am not mistaken. Well, yeah, 115 volt, my mistake. Well, that's rated for 815 square foot, but that's close enough, alright? So, this over here is 115 volt. Please be correct. I don't have to correct myself again, but it's fine. Who knows what it is? But it's at the 999 square foot. So, even this air conditioner technically doesn't meet the minimum recommended for the house, even though a 5,000 BTU air conditioner that costs a lot less, like, what is that, $400 less? No, 400 and I don't know. I'm not good at math, but it costs a lot less, okay? 140 to 530, okay? So, it costs a lot less, and it can cool the whole house down. Though that also brings to another thing. How much power does each air conditioner use in total to cool the space? Can the 5,000 watt one do it in the same price or cheaper than the 15,000 BTU one? Or is it the complete opposite? I don't know. Oh, wait, no, it says right here, 115 volt. I'm just apparently blind, that's fine. But, yeah, what is the maximum size these air conditioners... No, what is the... how much power does each air conditioner use to cool the space to the specific air conditioner temperature? So, with the 15,000 watt one, it won't be running constantly. Because it doesn't have to. Okay? It can easily cool the 1,800-ish square foot downstairs. But the thing is, it also depends where the house is located. For example, instead of having a house in a beach that's well built, what if you have the same sized house, roughly the same sized house, and it's a mobile home from 1975? And to make matters worse, you have it in Lake Havasu, Arizona. If you aren't aware of the weather in Lake Havasu, Arizona, it's a bit warmer. Yep, 116 tomorrow. You know, just slightly toasty. It was 120 the other day on the forecast. Well, in that situation, you're in more of a pickle. So, that 5,000 BTU window air conditioner, it's not going to cool down a 1,800 square foot room. It might take 3 or 4 degrees off of it in that case, if that, but it's not going to keep the house cool. Now, there is things you could do, get better windows, get better insulation, but it's 115 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not going to do very good. In that case, even the $530 one, the biggest 110 volt one you can get, 115 volt one you can get, that is most likely not going to cool a 1975 mobile home that is 1,800 square foot. Okay, I should clarify another thing. I'm going by a 1,800 square foot open room to make it easier for this test, okay? If it's an open room, 1,800 square foot, which is rather unrealistic for a standard house because there's bedrooms, and the air actually has to physically go into the bedrooms, so you're gonna have to use fans to blow air into the bedrooms. That's why central air conditioners are pretty useful, especially the ones that go over and regulate the temperature in each room to keep it where you want, but those cost a lot more than the window air conditioner, so you're better off probably just getting several window air conditioners, maybe, I don't know. But, yeah, there's that whole thing as well. So, in that case, even if you had a 125 square foot bedroom, okay, let's say 125, and you had a 5,000 BTU air conditioner, it probably would be on all the time. When I say on, I mean the fan would, so if you got this one right here, it doesn't have any energy saving mode. Okay, it might have one, but not like where the fan turns on and off constantly. Yeah, we have, wait, 3 minutes before restarting. No, this doesn't have an energy saving mode. It just has a power on and off and a high and low fan. Okay. So, if you set this to 80, it would still likely be on 100% of the time. Now, it might be able to keep the room at this temperature you set it to. I don't know exactly, because, again, I don't have a 125 square foot room in a 1975 mobile home that is in Lake Havasu, Arizona at that temperature. Well, instead, let's go to the Inland Empire in California. So, I've been in a mobile home that had a bedroom we were working on, and it was 100-ish square foot I don't know the exact square footage. Yeah, I'm gonna say 100 square foot, slightly smaller than the room I'm in right now, which is 117 square foot. The mobile home was, I don't know exactly the year, I think it was from 1980 or 1985. It wasn't that old, but didn't have metal on the outside, it was still a wooden mobile home. And it was fine, though the 5000 BTU air conditioner really struggled. So it was in the summer, I don't know what year it was about 105 degrees average outside, some days 110 Fahrenheit. Well, I don't know exactly what window air conditioner we had in that house. If I look around, I could probably find the one that looks similar. You know, yeah, I'm gonna look around, why not? Oh, what did I just do? Okay, so yeah, no, it's like this one, I think, right? Yeah, this is about right. So, it did not enjoy it. It kept the room around 80, 85 degrees Fahrenheit, even if you had it set onto the coldest setting. Now, okay, let me clarify something. I know the coldest setting doesn't make the air conditioner blow colder air. The air conditioner has one continuous temperature it blows, excuse me, no matter what. The only difference is the compressor just turns off when it reaches the desired temperature. So if it's 85 and you have the temperature set to 80, it's going to run until the temperature reaches, let's say, 79, 78 Fahrenheit. Then it's going to shut off. And then when it reaches around 82, it turns back on. The reason why it doesn't keep the room at 80 is because it doesn't run at a, let's just say it doesn't run at 51% usage or power to keep the room cool. It doesn't do that. Instead, it turns on and off. Now, if you wanted to say the exact same temperature, there might be some ways of it doing that are like new that I don't know of. But let's say it was actually set so it actually stayed on the same temperature. The compressor would be going all the time. Meaning it's off, and then the lower hum means the compressor is on. So it would sound pretty annoying to most people. So that's also why it probably, doesn't do that. And it actually waits till the room warms up. Where was I again? I don't even know. So the other thing is, it highly depends where you are and how much you're willing to run the air conditioner. If you don't mind leaving the window air conditioner on 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, yeah, a 5000 BTU one in, let's just say, a 90-degree climate, or let's just say, I don't know, New York. Or let's just do New York forecast, okay? So, like, 97, I didn't know it got that hot in New York, so it's basically 100 degrees. Oh, that's pretty hot and humid. Okay. Well, in New York City, New York, you might be able to get away with a 5000 BTU air conditioner in, let's just say, a 200 square foot bedroom. Yeah, it might be on 95% of the time with the compressor running, but it might be able to actually keep it cool. Versus some other places where you can have a 1000 square foot room and it would just be fine. Yeah, but then you could also be going, okay, what about cooler places than that? Like, for example, in Nunavut, Canada. So, for example, they had, I think, 3 days pretty much in history or something that were in the 90-degree Fahrenheit range. And, it's going between 75 degrees Fahrenheit and 53 degrees Fahrenheit all week long. So, you don't exactly need an air conditioner there, but for the warmer days of the year, maybe you need some. But the houses are probably very well insulated there anyway to keep the heat in, because their winters are rather on the cooler end, okay? They're about -15 Fahrenheit on average. It's not the coldest place in the US, I mean in Canada. But, you know, it's cold, so the temperature, I mean, the insulation in the house is probably going to be better, so it stays the same temperature. I don't know exactly if that works too well with keeping heat out, at least to keep the cool out. I'm assuming it's both ways, and it just keeps the house at a general even temperature, if that makes any sense. I don't know. That's at least what I'm thinking it does. Or not thinking, but like, as far as I'm aware, that's what it does. So, in this case, well, yeah, a 5,000 BTU window air conditioner in a 2,000 square foot house at, let's just say, 75 degrees Fahrenheit outside, that'll perfectly keep the house cool. Especially since it's only really needed for 1 month of the year. Even on the hottest month of the year, it's in the 60s there on average. Granted, you know, occasionally they get hottest days and whatnot. And like in 1999, they got negative 70 Fahrenheit? No, that's all I wanted. Okay, I'd like to clarify myself. So, according to Wikipedia, the warmest temperature ever recorded in Nunavut was 91 in June and July. Which is confusing me because a couple days ago I swear I saw the temperature outside there 97, but whatever. Okay, so if it's a 91, let's just say the average highest temperature in the entire year is like 85. A 5,000 BTU air conditioner is not going to be bad in pretty much any house. Granted, it's not a big city, and it's in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, that's what I don't get. And then there's also the whole, where do they get the maximum size? Like, yes, every 5,000 BTU window air conditioner, as far as I can tell, is rated for 150 square foot. Wait, okay, this is 250 square foot because it's 6,000. Okay, never mind. But like, why are they exactly that square foot? Yes, the 6,000 BTU one can cool more. A 10,000 BTU one, an 8,000 BTU one, a 15,000 BTU one, a 20,000 BTU one, they can all cool more. Okay? Well, the higher the BTU, the more it can cool. So, where do they get that? Do they mean the worst case scenario, it can cool 150 square foot, or the best case? It's certainly not the best case. And it's certainly not the worst case. So, what case is it? Maybe the average? But even the average, that could cool it. Maybe they're going by energy efficiency, because if they're trying to keep the energy as low as possible to get their rating for Energy Star as high as possible, that also seems like a somewhat reasonable way. So like, maybe they have the on and off so it keeps the electricity as low as possible, but at the same time though, yeah, here we go. It is crucial that you purchase the right size air conditioner. An oversized unit will cool but leave a damp, clammy feeling because of the high relative humidity. An undersized unit will not operate effectively on very hot days. So, yes, I agree with both of these things, but the thing is, some places don't have very hot days. Like, again, the beach. Or in Nunavut, Canada, Tuktoyaktuk, Canada. Granted, I don't really think anybody in those towns have air conditioners, to be fair. Maybe they do, I don't know. But, yes, I am aware, so if I'm not mistaken, window air conditioners pull in air, and then the humidity on the air, or the moisture in the air, gets on the fins and then condenses in the water, and that's what drips out the back of the air conditioner. I'm not claiming to be a genius when it comes to air conditioners or anything, not at all. What I'm trying to say is, basically, this size thing doesn't exactly make sense. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Okay, I'm just going in loops now. Basically, where are they getting this exact square footage? I mean, yes, it almost can cool a room in every situation. But also, what's the temperature they're targeting inside of the room, and how hot is the outside? Okay, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if, for example, it is 80 Fahrenheit outside. Okay, a pretty cool summer day. How warm is the inside temperature being targeted as? 75 Fahrenheit? If it's 75 Fahrenheit, that's 5 degrees cooler than outside. The air conditioner can do that just fine, even if it is a larger room. Also, I should clarify, so I'm not saying you should use a 2,000 square foot house and a 5,000 BTU air conditioner, because yes, on hotter days it will definitely get pretty warm, especially in the farther away rooms. Okay, that's not what I'm trying to say. Especially because you have to actually get fans to blow the air over there. But the thing is, I also don't recommend having just one window air conditioner in general for that size of house anyway. At least having one on each side will help, have the whole house cooler instead of like one side being chilly and then the other side being rather warm. I was going somewhere with this and I completely forgot where. Yeah. No, Tesla converted about 75% of Bitcoin purchase to fiat currency. Weird. I don't even know what that means. Okay. Interesting. So I was just searching it up here, and I'm now trying to see what is the most energy efficient way to cool a room. So, according to this website, which is learnmetrics.com, it says, oh my, I'm being chased away by a mosquito. That's fine. I've had one mosquito in this house. I don't even know where it went. It's in my hand. Hopefully not. No. I've had one mosquito in this house all the time. Where is it? I keep saying it like on my hat. It's fine. So, 7 most energy efficient window units under $149.32. That's a... Oh, wait. Yearly cost. Okay. Well, that's also debatable. How much is it used? I don't know. I'm not going to read all this because my reading speed's not going to do too good. So, for the... Oh, here we go. Here's some more fun things. So, it says area for the 5,000 BTU. 100 to 150 square foot. What if your bedroom's 90 square foot? There's not really an option under 5,000 BTU. I mean, I'm sure there probably is some store, like a more expensive, most likely option, because who sells a 4,000 BTU air conditioner? But, like, darn, you knew where? 4,000 BTU. Wait, 7,500? Okay, so I guess this means it's 4,500 BTU, technically, because of, like, the heat it produces back into the room because it's a inside unit and there's a heat pipe going outside. So, okay, I guess that makes sense. But technically it's a 7,500 BTU air conditioner. Okay, whatever. But, yeah, there's not many 4,000 BTU air conditioners. Okay, what about, I don't know, eBay? Because eBay, I can see possibly having a 4,000 BTU window... I cannot spell. BTU window air I'll just type AC. I don't know how to spell air conditioner. Have you ever noticed it's very hard to spell different words while typing? Or is it just me? Okay. So, yeah. There's no 4,000 BTU window air conditioner on eBay. They're all 5,000, 12,000 or more. That's a weird air conditioner. Right there. I tell you what. What even is this? What is this? I like it. I don't see a practical use for... Oh, more window room for people who like to see out their windows, I see. But yeah, I don't see a practical use. So, yeah, there is no 4,000 BTU air conditioner. So, why do they give a minimum square footage? Like, if your house has, like, one room, or let's just say you're renting a house and each room has a window air conditioner. So what are you supposed to do in the bedroom that's 91 square foot in 17 inches or something? Well, are you supposed to not put a window air conditioner in there and let the room get to like 100 million degrees Fahrenheit? No, of course you put a window air conditioner in there, or a one of those split ones, or a central air conditioner. You know, you can do all of that, but like for this specific scenario, like, yeah. All right, I think I've went on long enough. If you know more about this kind of window air conditioning stuff, please do let me know in the comments. I've been wondering about this for a few years now, and it's been really bugging me. I want to do some tests of my own in the future on how to actually see what the maximum is, or like what the, so basically what I'm trying to say is, in the future, I want to try to find what the limit of one of these air conditioners is, and see if it's possibly overpaying, you're possibly overpaying for a air conditioner. Wait a moment here. So, okay, GE profile PHC06LY dot. Best energy efficient 6000 BTU window air conditioner. Cooling capacity 6000 watts. Okay. Room size up to 250 square foot. Okay, I kind of agree with that, not like I've been discussing this entire video. Got some tea here. You're wondering. So, if we go down here, yes, okay, it is rated for 250 square foot. But at the same time, it isn't, because it can do more than that. But if we go down here, we can go to cons. Too weak for bigger 350 square foot rooms. Okay, I kind of get that, but like, thing is, again, it's rated for 250 anyway, so why is that a con? That's one question I could ask. If it's not meant for that, it's not a con. So, yeah. But also, there's the other part of, it could likely cool a 350 square foot room. Depending what your expectations are, and also what kind of house you have, and how hot it is outside, and how hot you want the room to be, and if you want to leave it on all the time, and you don't care how long it takes to actually cool the room down. For example, in our living room here at this house, we can probably use a 6,500 watt, we can probably use a 6,000 BTU window air conditioner to easily cool the living room / kitchen. Because we don't use the kitchen that much, and it doesn't actually generate that much heat. I'm trying to find a calculator on my phone because I've done some calculatifying here. History, yes. So, the living room is 369 square foot. So, nice, but also, don't fall into the phone. But also, yes, it would probably, the 6,000 and 5,000 BTU one are not technically suited for it. But, wait, cannot properly cool down spaces above 150 square foot. Okay, what does the term properly mean here? Because it can. And can't, depending on what house you have. Okay, yeah, but like, if you like your room to be cooled down extremely fast, like my mom, she has a 15,000 BTU window air conditioner in that 369 square foot room, where technically you don't really need more than a 10,000 BTU window air conditioner to cool it. 12,000 would be more than enough. She has the 12,000 BTU one, but she just likes the air conditioner to cool the house down and then shut it off. She doesn't like running it, except the thing is, I'm complete opposite. I like leaving the air conditioner on at a hot temperature, and it's fine. She likes cooling it down to like 65, 70, turning it off when it gets hot, turning it back on. I don't know which is more energy efficient. Probably technically her way for her air conditioner, because the fan can turn on and off if it were to be left on all the time. But also because the fan's not running. On mine, the fan always runs because it's more of a basic one. It's got some fancy buttons on it and whatnot, what is the closest to? It's closest to none of these ones. Mine has more buttons on it, and that doesn't actually have a way to turn the fan off, or it doesn't have a power saving mode on it, so it just runs with the fan on constantly. So telling her ways probably more energy efficient in that regard, but like, if you want your room to be cooled down faster, well then yes, a higher wattage BTU air conditioner works. But also, here's something. I've never seen one of these fruits before, and just recently I tasted one. They're pretty good, so I gotta say, they go moldy quite fast. But this is also quite weird because I also just recently had a jackfruit for the first time, same time as I got one of the other lychee fruits, and now they're both in an ad. Windows and Google and Microsoft, are you listening to me? Probably that's how ads work. But yeah. I should also add, if you like leaving the air conditioner on, and you go out of town and you don't want the room to be super hot when you come back, you can also get one of those little app button air conditioner units where you can just turn it on your phone and it'll be on when you get there. Okay, enough blabbing along. So, yeah, thanks for watching this. Let me know what your thoughts on this weird idea is in the comments. I've went on way too long. Have a nice night, everybody. See ya. Okay, here's an editor's note. So, I should also add, I don't recommend going out and getting a bigger air conditioner, a smaller air conditioner than your room is. I mean, you can get away if it's a bit bigger, but like, if you want to make sure your air conditioner is big enough, I highly do recommend following the guides, okay? It is a good way of telling how big and how much it can actually cool. Because I'm not saying if your house is 750 square foot, it's a good idea to get one rated for 150. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you can get away with it if your room's not that big. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope so. Like, if you don't want to risk getting a too small air conditioner, that's how you do it. Okay, goodbye. Second channel, not really editing this.